The bishop wanted me just to explain a little bit about sock out cancer. And for this day was actually inspired by this little girl, my granddaughter. She gave me a letter. She said, well, we have to find a way to get sock out cancer into all the Catholic schools. So I immediately the next day called Bill, and Bill jumped on board and said, absolutely. And then we talked to the bishop, and the bishop took it to all new levels. So thank you, Bishop, for doing that. And the bishop wanted me just to explain sock out cancer, the mission of sock out cancer. It's really twofold. Number one is awareness, to make everyone aware of the fact that there are today 26 colors of cancer. One of the colors, lavender, is the universal color of cancer. So part of it was awareness. But the real heart is the second part, which is to help people that unfortunately have cancer, that have basic living expense needs. They might need food, they might need transportation, help with the rent. That really is what Sock Out Cancer is all about. And I'm delighted to be here today with the rescue mission, because what better place to team up than to give that kind of support to local individuals that need it. And one thing I'll tell you about Sock Out Cancer is all dollars, it's all volunteers. We pay for the socks, but beyond that, it all goes to the cause, and all dollars stay local. So, Bill, I want to thank you. I don't know if you want to say anything.
Sure. First of all, we're delighted that we can bring Sock Out Cancer into each of our schools. So all 22 of our schools and all of the students, and as you pan the room here, you can see that several students have socks on, and even some other people have socks on today. That really kind of help, again, as Bruce said, bring awareness to what Sock Out Cancer is all about. We're delighted also to be able to be part of the whole event that really helps to raise funds that, again, locally will stay in local hospitals and working with people who have cancer, families who have cancer in their families. You know, there's not one family in our schools, I believe, that haven't been touched in some way with the disease of cancer in some way, shape, or form, whether it's a parent, a grandparent, a sibling. And so, you know, to come together in this way is really special. I think at this time of year, when we give thanks to all the things that we have to be thankful for, it's great that we can partner in this way. And I thank you, Bruce, for bringing it up. And Bishop, I thank you for supporting the efforts here that we're bringing this into our schools.
Well, I want to thank both Bruce and Bill for this opportunity to do something for our community. You know, I just met with Pope Francis within the last week. And one thing Pope Francis we talked about was this whole idea of accompaniment. And he said to me, he says, you know, it's important that as leaders in the church, we accompany in three ways. We lead, sometimes we push it along, but the most important thing is that we stand in the middle, that we stand with those who are in need. And we meet them where they're at, and we try to help them along the way. And for me, that's what Socket Cancer is all about. The colors here remind us of all the different people we will encounter, just as all the different cancers. But at the same time, it means that we can stand with them and we can walk with them along the way. So I'm very grateful to Bruce for what he does in this area. I'm also very grateful to Bill for having our Catholic schools as part of this. To me, there's no greater lesson that we can learn, especially in this week of Thanksgiving, when we realize all the blessings we have. But then at the same time, we can ask ourselves, how can I bless someone else? And that's really what this is all about. Thank you.
Thank you, Bishop. You know, and we do have a special raffle that's underway with a couple of Jim Boeheim basketballs to raise money locally here.
Good.
So that'll be exciting. But you just gave me a great idea. So if we have all 22 schools with pictures from all of those, and we send them to Rome with this pair of socks,
Sure.
I bet we could get the bishop to get the Pope to put the socks on and think what that would do internationally in terms of pulling it together. So
we will send these to the Holy Father. Very good. Very good.